Today, I'm going to be replacing the battery in this iPod mini. I recently did put a new battery in this, but for some reason it just didn't last. It's going dead after a few hours. This time I bought a different brand battery, so let's see what here's the box. I'm going to try this battery this time, see if it works out any better. It's a Cameron-Sino brand. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and power this thing down. We'll hold the play button until it blanks out. Oh, the hold button is on. Alright, it's off. I'm going to put the hold on so I don't accidentally turn it back on. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the heat gun and just put a low temperature on just for heating up these end caps. We're going to have to pry these off first. I'm going to set up a channel with about 160 degrees Celsius. And now let's go ahead and heat it up a little bit. Just using the air gun to warm this up a little bit. I don't want to heat it so much that I melt it. Just get a little bit warm. That might be enough. I'm going to take a sharp spudger tool and try to wedge it down in the side here, and then see if I can lift this up. Oh man. Alright, it doesn't want to pry up. I'm going to use a different tool. See if I can find one that's got a bent edge that I can wedge in there and kind of pry it up at the same time. Let's see what this does. Wow, the adhesive I used on this last time is really strong. That's not good. Alright, let's try to heat it up again. Yeah, it's just breaking the tool. Great. That's wonderful. Now what? Let me go around the back side here, see if we can pry it up back this way. Wow. It's really stuck in there. Alright, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go get a hot glue gun. I'm going to hot glue to this, and then I'll heat it and pry it up. Let's give that a shot. Alright, the hot glue gun is plugged in. Now we just got to let it heat up a little while. It's going to take a little bit to heat up. It's alright. Just set it right here on this metal tin so it don't leak out all over my table. Alright, what can I do while that's heating up? I guess we could go ahead and open up the new battery and take a look at it. Let's see what it looks like. And here it is. Looks like the right size. This one is a 750 milliamp hour. I think it might be a little bit bigger than the one that I put in there. We're gonna find out. Looks like it'll fit. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to use this hard metal spudger, and I'm just going to like hot glue it right onto here. And then my plan is to heat it and bend it. Now I'm going to put a piece of tape on this back edge, so as I'm prying down on this, I'm not damaging this case. Gotta find some tape. Where's my tape? Alright, I found some painter's tape here. That should be good. Just gonna cover this back edge here so that I don't damage the casing prying on this. Alright, let's see how we're doing on the hot glue gun. Alright, we got it. The hot glue is hot gluing. So let's just put a big dab on here. Press that on it. We'll let that dry. And then, whoa, that did not work. That did not work. We need a popsicle stick. I think a popsicle stick will glue to this, whereas this metal thing does not want to stick. Alright, let me see if I can find a popsicle stick somewhere. Great. I think I got rid of all of them that I had. What now? Just need a piece of wood. A little piece of wood. Well, let's try this brush. It has a wooden handle. Maybe that'll work. We'll give that a shot. Here we go. Put a big dab of glue on there. Hurry up and press it on. And then let's heat it with the heat gun. Alright, let's see what that does. Okay, I'm going to lean back on this now. At the same time, I'm going to try to get under it. Oh, it looks like we did. That did the trick. Look at that. We're separating this whole thing now. Let's walk it all the way around. I don't want to push in too far because there's some little locking tabs that I don't want to break. This thing is wanting to pop back in there, so I need to keep some constant pressure on here. Alright, well, let's get this back edge here now. There we go. And I'm just going to kind of wiggle it, see if I can get it to pop out. It's loose. I think that did the trick. I'm going to keep going around here. Get the back edge. Alright, here it is. Alright, pulled up the adhesive, so I'm going to have to stick some new adhesive on here. I'm not too excited about that. That's not my favorite thing to do. Alright, one of the pieces are off. I'm going to try to take this wooden piece back off without tearing this up. It looks like it came off okay. All right, we'll set that aside. We'll put that back on later. Now let's work on the bottom side. We got to do one on the bottom. So same process. I'm going to try anyway. Let's see. Don't want to get the glue down in the port. So yeah, trying not to do that. And it's kind of, maybe I should have turned it the other way because it's going to be hard for me to heat this up and pry on it where I put it. We'll see. I may have to move this. Alright, is this side coming up? Nope, it ain't. Oh, here we go. We're getting the middle. When I lift up here, I have a little bit right here in the middle. I think I can get under this. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can get under it. I don't know if it's good enough to, it looks like the hot glue is starting to fail now. So I need to hurry up and get this out before it completely quits holding on to it. Oh boy. Alright, where am I at now? Here we go. Come on. This thing does not want to release. There we go. It's starting to. Alright, I want to break this side, so let's go ahead and try to separate it a little bit before I go pulling on it. There we go. Alright, come on. It's just about out. Something's still got a hold of it over here. Alright, there we go. Alright, got the bottom. Alright, so there is a retainer clip here, and we're going to need a special tool for that. You can get it with a screwdriver if you're careful, but I have a snap ring removal tool here that I'm going to try to get in here and use it. Let's see. Now we want to be careful because the ribbon cable for the click wheel is on this side, so we don't want to go in too deep and tear up the cable. So I'm going to start on that side, and I'm just going to very carefully squeeze and try to manipulate that out. Maybe I'll go the other side. Let's try this side. All right, lifted it out a little bit. Let's get this side now. Ah, it doesn't want to come loose. The tool keeps popping out. Come on. There we go. There it is. All right. So now we can see the click wheel connector. We want to disconnect this, and we need to be very careful because it's delicate and the solder joints can break or crack. So I'm going to use a spudger and just kind of go around and lightly lift on each side a little bit. Just kind of keep rocking it back and forth until I manage to separate this connector. Don't want to use too much force on it. It definitely, let's try a different spudger tool. Let's use this one here. Alright, the ribbon cable is free. Well, it was. I think I actually, there we go. Ribbon cable is free. Now, I need a really tiny screwdriver. It looks like a Phillips screwdriver for these two screws here. So let's get them out. I'm going to find a screwdriver bit here. Okay, this looks like it will work. It's a, well, that's a Y. I don't want a Y bit. That's not gonna work. All right, here is a 1.5 Phillips. Let's see if that fits okay. And yeah, that's taking it out just fine. Take these out. All right, one out. Second one now. Okay, got the second one. All right, so now this whole assembly should pop out the top there. So let's see, I'm gonna wheel and then kind of push it up. You can see it coming out the top now. That's good. I'm gonna just kind of stick a spudger in here and hold down and then push out. Alright, now I'm going to grab it up here. Maybe. Let me grab the top and pull out. No, it doesn't like that. Alright. Still jamming it with the spudger on through the bottom. Alright, there we go. It's free now. And here is the iPod assembly. Let's go ahead and unplug the battery. Let's see, right here is our battery connector. I'm going to support the board and separate it. Now you can see I've modified this iPod. I got rid of the hard disk and I put in a CF adapter card with the SD, micro to SD inside of it. There's a 128 gigabyte memory card in this, so these iPods are normally only like 4 gigabyte from factory, but with this modification you can take them up, I think, over around 256 max. Anyway, this is the battery that I put in, and this is a new, really fairly new battery. It's an iPod Mini EC003. This is only a 600 milliamp hour though. Let's see how size-wise it compares. Looks like, you know, roughly the same size. So if this one's a 750 milliamp and it's the same size, then that's a better deal. So yeah, I don't know, this one does look a little poofy though. Like maybe it's starting to poof up already, which is not good. Yeah, let's go with this one and see how it does. Alright, I'm going to try to get it back in there. I may need to attach something in here to kind of support the battery a little bit so it's not flopping around, but you know, really I don't think there's much room for it to move, period. So yeah, I'm just going to put it in. I don't think I need anything to secure it in here. Yeah, let's just plug it in. Alright, first things first, I'm going to make sure there's no dust inside of the case there for the screen, in the screen area. Let me grab a air gun here. Just kind of shoot some air down through there. Alright. Should be fairly dust free. Oh, I better get the screen too. Alright. Now, just need to make sure I didn't fingerprint that screen too. Looks pretty clean. Oh, sorry, hit the camera. Let me reposition this. All right, so we're gonna start putting the circuit board back in. It's got to go a certain direction, so we got to get it turned around right. All right, I'm not gonna put it in very far to start with because we got to get the battery connected and try to shove the battery in here as we're putting this together, so might be a little tricky. We'll see what we can do here. You gotta figure out which way this battery connects too. I think it goes like this with the, I should have looked when I took the other one out. Let me see, is this right? There we go. All right, it's connected. Now will it fit in here? This is might be a little bit of a problem because the cable is not very long. I guess we'll just have to loop it kind of like that and then push it up alongside maybe. Hopefully it'll fit in there like that. Let's try. All right, so another tricky point is as you're pushing this into position, you have to like pry down on the circuit board to keep it away from this click wheel metal, because you'll knock off the surface mount components if you don't. So that's what I'm doing. I'm holding the circuit board down at the same time I'm kind of pushing it into position. And we also want to be mindful of where our power connector is for this battery, and it's kind of causing me a little trouble now. I'm going to push it back forward a little more so I can get this cable management figured out here. There's not much room to get it, so what I'm going to do is kind of go up, maybe up like this. Let's see if we can wedge it. It should fit down through there now, I'm hoping. We'll see what we got. Again, I need to, oh, there's something all over that screen. Great. Well, now I gotta clean the screen. Got some kind of sticky shit on it. Alright, what am I gonna do here? Let's get this crap off here. Wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna use some alcohol on a microfiber cloth. It's right up here in this corner. Some kind of sticky crap got down in here. Alright, I think we got it. Alright, let's try again. Alright, I have to be careful with the click wheel. Once again, same thing. And also we want to watch this power cable here. We got to get that in position. Don't want to cause a short circuit. Looks like we got it. Alright, it's back in the casing. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll have to clean this screen a little bit. I did get some fingerprints on there, but okay, it's looking good. Let's go ahead and plug the click wheel back in. So yeah, I'm going to use something and just kind of get it in position and press it in. That looks like it's ready. There we go. Bam. Click wheel is in. Let's see, before I put the end caps on and apply new adhesive, if we can make it turn on. I had to move the hold switch back over to not hold. I'm going to hold the power button down. Oh, great. It's not doing anything. Why? What happened to it? Alright, I'm hoping that the battery is just completely dead. Where did the original battery go? I need to make sure that it's the same polarity. Red, black, white. Yeah, looks the same. What did I do wrong? Let me make sure the hold switch is in the right position. Hold. Yeah, it's not in hold right now, but it's not powering up. Oh, there it is. There it is. I just didn't hold the button long enough. Let's let it power up, and I mean, the battery could be dead too. Oh, we got some battery. It's not all the way charged. All right, now I'm gonna put the bottom metal retainer piece back in. The adhesive is still applied on this side. I think it'll be okay to reuse it. I'll probably heat it up to try to activate it a little bit before I put the end cap on, but I think this side will be okay. And once again, when we put this together, we want to use a little bit of extra care around the click wheel connector here, the ribbon. There's some little grooves in the sides of this that these spring clips should pop into when they're positioned properly. This one's not snapped in yet. I'm going to push it down and see if I can get it into position. I may have to squeeze it a little bit. That side's in, but this other side, the opposite side, is not. Alright, I think this side's okay. Now let's work on the ribbon cable side. There we go. It's in position now. I think we're good. I'm just going to double check and make sure I got it right. Looks like it's in there. I don't know, this one might not be all the way down. There, it wasn't quite in the groove. Now it is. Just going to make sure all of them are in their grooves. Alright, now let's take the white piece, the end cap, put it on. Now this is missing these little pokey things here on this one side, and I think that is so that you don't poke through your ribbon cable. So yeah, I want to make sure that none of these little pokey things are going to be over here by where this ribbon cable is. So we want them, so you got pokey guides, you know, here, here, and here, but there's none in this corner. So this corner is the one I'm going to put down here by the ribbon cable. Alright, just going to line it up, and then we're going to just press it in there, and hopefully it'll pop in position and grab onto that adhesive. Looks like it's in there. We'll go ahead and heat it up just a little bit with a heat gun. Maybe get that glue to bond a little bit better. Alright, I don't want to get it too hot and melt anything. Alright, that side is on. Now I could go ahead and put the screws in the top here, and then I'm going to have to add some more adhesive because it peeled off. Alright, let's get these screws in. Some Loctite on the screws would probably be good if you had it. I'm out right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in without it, but hopefully everything it's not going to work loose. You don't want to drop the screws down inside here, because then you're going to have to take everything back apart to fish them out. Or you might have to, unless you get lucky and it just falls back out. Alright, those two screws are in. So I'm going to apply a long piece of adhesive tape just right up along this edge here where it peeled off, and I should be able to stick this right back down. Actually, the tape is on, it's on here. I wonder if I can line it back up and just stick it back down. I think I can. I'm gonna go ahead and heat it up a little bit with the heat gun. Get everything a little bit warm here. Don't have to be real hot. Just warm it up a little bit. Alright, now let's go ahead and get this on there. Now the hold switch is in the correct spot. It's in hold position, so let's go ahead and just press this in and we should be good to go. And there it is. iPod mini is all back together. I just need to pop this hot glue off and it'll come right off. And you can use a little bit of Goo Gone on here if you need to and clean it up a little bit, but this just comes right off. You could probably use a plastic spudger. I'm just kind of using my nail. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even on camera. Anyway, just trying to get this hot glue back off of here that I used to pry that up. I'll probably rub some Goo Gone on here and then try again. Alright, here's the top after I cleaned it up with some of the Goo Gone stuff. This is what I'm using here. Oh, I can't even see. There we go. Anyway, just rub a little bit of that on there. I still got to do the bottom here, so I'm going to do it now. Get some of that on a microfiber cloth and just kind of work it around. Alright. It's coming off. It's amazing that this hot glue doesn't really mar this end cap up, but it doesn't. Works pretty good for this. Alright, you can see it's off, but it's a little dirty there. But now, if I just rub on it with this chemical on here a little bit, cleans right up. There you go. All done. Let's see if she still powers up. We're in hold position. Make sure it doesn't come on. Alright, let's put it in not hold, and there it is. Click wheel is working. And select something. Alright, it's playing. So I'm going to charge this battery up and we'll see how this new battery does. I think it's going to be okay though.